Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Pastor Matt doing another Bible review today. Happened to be on study leave this week, working on a lot of my Hebrew. Been enjoying it very greatly, taking a little break from the active ministry this week as I study a little bit. But, I have a question for you, and I'd like you to help me resolve this in the comments below. How long must a Bible be in the lost and found of a church before one can presume that the owner is not coming back for it? Now, here's why I ask that theoretical question, because I have before me something that I've actually been looking for, or something similar to it, for a very long time. And I found this in the Lost and Found, and I watched it for a week, and then 2 weeks, and then 2 months, and then 6 months, and then 8 months, and then I think I left it there for about a year when I realized I don't think the owner of this Bible is ever coming back for it. Maybe they don't know what's missing, who knows? So there's the moral dilemma. But here's why I'm very intrigued with this particular Bible, and I think I might have to go grab one on Amazon for myself. This is something that I've been looking for a long time. This is a New King James, and I don't have a lot of New King James in my Bible collection, but I'd like to begin adding the New King James because I love the fact that it is a direct descendant of the King James tradition, and yet it does have some updated language. And in some respects is a little bit more readable in some places like the Old Testament prophets, where I find the King James to be a very, sometimes difficult translation to read. And quite honestly, I've been intrigued by the concept theologically of the Textus Receptus, the received Greek text of the Reformation period, and wondering if maybe I shouldn't be spending more time reading the Textus Receptus derived Bibles than some of the modern critical editions. Even though I preach regularly from the ESV, which is a critical edition-based translation. Now, here's where I got really excited about this Lost and Found Bible. Okay, so first of all, it's New King James, done by Nelson, and that's a translation that I'm looking to acquire. But I'm looking for specific New King James. In particular, what I really want is one that is a verse-by-verse Bible. And of course, that's exactly what this hardback is. And so my first thought is, oh man, look at this. Here is a layout of the New King James, the very translation that I've been wanting to collect. And it is in fact verse by verse, which I really, really want to be preaching out of more as verse by verse translations. I love the fact, as a preacher especially, that the verse always drops down and returns left justified in each of the columns so that the preacher can find the verse with ease. Well, I'm intrigued by that concept as a preacher and wish more ESVs were like that. Sadly, there's only one that I'm aware of. Nevertheless, this New King James has that very feature that I'm looking for. Moreover, the text of this particular Bible right here is actually quite large. This is a very large, readable text. And, as if that weren't enough, the paper in this particular hardback edition is really quite good. There is very little bleed through. For the most part, ghosting is negligible, and the line matching seems to be adequate, although I'm not sure it meets the precise technical definition of line matching, but it's very good everywhere. Everywhere I'm looking right now looks pretty line matched to me. And it also has what's called the end of verse references, where at the end of a verse you have a little bit of a reference here to maybe some other passages. So it's a very light reference suite. If you feel like you need that. But I don't need that. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for New King James in bold, readable print with nice big verse letters, easy to find for preaching and for study. And I want it to be, of course, as the New King James is, a translation of the Textus Receptus. And so it would seem to me that this old find in the church Lost and Found box could be what I'm looking for. Isn't that cool? But that brings me back to my moral question. How long must the Bible be abandoned before it can be annexed into my collection, as it were? Well, here's what really shocked me. So I thought to myself, okay, this Bible's pretty old. Look how dinged up this thing is. I'll bet you they don't even make it anymore. So I went to the front of the Bible and I looked, and it's copyright 1982, printed in 2006. So I'm thinking, oh man, 12 years ago, there's no way. There's no way, right, that they still make this Bible? So what I did is I checked out the ISBN number. I went over to Amazon.com and ChristianBookDistributors.com, and lo and behold, they still make this Bible, and it's cheap. We're talking like $15 or less. I couldn't believe it. And so then I thought to myself, okay, this is too good to be true. Something's wrong with it. It has to be glued, right? It's got to be glued. It's going to fall apart. And so I looked at it, and boom, look at those beautiful signatures. Can you see that right there? I hope you can see that. That is a Smythe sewn Bible on nice paper with big, bold verse letters in a verse-by-verse format, a translation of the Textus Receptus, the New King James Version. What in the world is this? This is great. This is cool. The only problem, it's not mine. It's been abandoned in the church, lost and found. What am I going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit that ISBN number up, and I'm going to go to Amazon, and I'm going to have to get one of these bad boys myself, because the owner of this one may come back for it eventually. Perhaps this is Sleeping Beauty, and it's waiting for the prince to come back for her. I do not know. Nevertheless, if you're looking for a New King James in verse by verse with bold readable layout in a sewn edition for cheap, you've got to go get this Bible. I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to post a link to this Bible in the description of this video. Just toggle down to the description of this video box and you can have one of these for yourself. They're still available, folks. The Nelson Classic Series still makes this hardback sewn on paper. That is nice. Hey, thanks for checking in for me. Let me know about that moral dilemma. How long should a Bible be in the Lost and Found before it gets annexed into one's collection? Love to hear your answers to that. Maybe never. Maybe it just has to wait there forever and ever. Who knows? Thanks for checking in. More reviews coming. Love you lots. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That'd be cool. Don't have to, but it would be cool if you did. See you soon.